Step number 7, okay? Be willing and offer to work for free. Now, you've kind of alluded to this. Why is this important?
Because it's this right here is, this is how you do it. This is the Holy Grail. This is how you get any job you want. And so I'm going to read you a notable quotable, and I'm going to have, and Marshall, I want to make sure we add this to the screen here. But Ryan Tedder, I got a picture of Ryan Tedder and I from back in the day, and we'll add him to the screen here. But Ryan went to college with me at Oral Roberts University. And Ryan Tedder is now the songwriter. He wrote the song Too Late to Apologize, Counting Stars, Stop and Stare, Halo by Beyonce, Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. He's a songwriter. He writes for Kelly Clarkson. He's like, he actually owns a restaurant now called, I think it's called Southern Hospitality Restaurant, and he and Timberlake own that together. So it's like, I mean, we're talking about one of the top songwriters, entrepreneurs of our time, and I went to college with the guy, and I knew him very well, and he's a super good guy. He performed at our wedding, and I have a ton of admiration for him. But this is what he says, and I want to share this with you. Ryan says, I would call the complaint hotline phone numbers on the websites of record labels. When the complaint department would answer, I would say, I'm sorry, I must have been misconnected to you. I was being connected to the Human Resources Department. They would then connect me to the actual Human Resources Department, whose numbers weren't even listed. I would tell the receptionist I was returning a call from the head of the department. Eventually, DreamWorks, which is Universal Music, hired me for free to come work in their Nashville publishing department. Friends, that is how Ryan Tedder met Timbaland. That is how he got a job. He worked for what? For free? Yes, he worked for free. Am I talking about you go to college, now you're working for free? Hey, it isn't my fault you went to college. You got to work for free. You've got to get the experience. If you didn't go to college, it isn't my fault that you didn't go to college. You've got to gain that experience. Another example, just to help you. Oprah. We all know about Oprah, right? Oprah. Oh my gosh, it's Oprah. Oprah's on. Wow, she's a billionaire. It'd be so nice. No. Oprah started out as an intern at a CBS affiliate. You mean she worked for free? For free? Yes. Oprah? Ryan Tedder? That doesn't seem right. Let's give you another one. John D. Rockefeller. Who's John D. Rockefeller? You ever heard of like Rockefeller Center? You ever heard of the record label that Jay-Z named in his honor? You know, Rockefeller is based off of Rockefeller. You ever heard about that? You ever? Bueller? Okay, the point is that Rockefeller, he ended up becoming the world's wealthiest man, but he got his first job working for free at a small produce company. For free? Yes, for free. How old was the guy? He was 16. Why did Rockefeller not have experience or connections? Because his father was dating somebody other than his mother, and his mother did not know. So he had to support his mom at the age of 16. Why didn't Oprah have the connections? Because Oprah grew up and she was sexually abused and she grew up in poverty. So she didn't have the pedigree. What about Ryan Tedder? Why wasn't he a famous pop star from day one? Because his dad's name is Gary Tedder, and Gary Tedder is an awesome guy, but he wrote Christian music. And so unless Ryan wanted to write for Amy Grant, he wasn't going to get the... You got to understand that you're not going to be given these opportunities. You have to create them. Oh, and we're moving on. Sean Combs, you know, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puff, whatever he calls himself, Diddy. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. This man, he started out as an intern. He was going to Howard University, okay? He's going to Howard University, and he started out working for free. For what? Free. Everybody say it with me now. For free. One more time. If there's someone kind of right now who's looking over your shoulder trying to watch this episode, trying to figure out what it is you're watching here, just say it to him. For free. You've got to work for free. Now, when he was working for free, he walked around New York City looking around, going to different clubs, listening to people, trying to find artists. His job was to help find music artists. He was free, though. He wasn't getting paid anything. He was not getting paid anything. He found this person by the name of Mary J. what? Come on, R&B people. Mary J. Blige. And he found this guy named Christopher Wallace. Christopher Wallace, the notorious B.I.G., right? So he finds these people, and he found Jodeci. You mean he found Jodeci, Casey and JoJo, Devontae? Yes, he found them. And he found them and he did it for free. He recorded them after hours for free. And then eventually he went to the label and he says, look, I found these great talents, these great people, and then they eventually, cha-ching, paid him. This is what you got to do. You have got to make deposits over here, deposits in the experience bank, so that you can later withdraw those for actual cash. You've got to do it. If you're not willing to do that, you're going to end up just having a job, which just stands for just over broke, and not an actual career. And it's not my fault. Moving on.